Hey, what's up guys? It's JeremyKatzMusic bringing you another gear review, and today I'd like to talk about the Xaphoon. So the first thing I'd like to talk about is what the Xaphoon is made out of. It comes in two different materials. You could either get bamboo or plastic like this one. The bamboo ones are handmade, while the plastic ones are machine-made. The Xaphoon does come in different keys. This one is in the key of C. Today, I'm going to only be talking about the plastic Xaphoon, also known as the pocket sax. I'd like to talk about the pros and cons of the Xaphoon. One negative thing about the Xaphoon is that it only comes in the key of C. If you buy the bamboo versions, you can get them in other keys as well, but the plastic versions only come in C. The Xaphoon also isn't that loud, so if you're playing with a lot of other people, it might be a little difficult to hear it. Another thing to think about is the mouthpiece that's on a Xaphoon. If you've never played a reed instrument before, it might be a little bit difficult to start out on.
Never had one lesson.
I'm going to show you what it looks like. The Xaphoon mouthpiece is on your right. As you can see, it's a little thicker than the saxophone mouthpiece, which is why it's a little bit more difficult to play on. And when you bite down, you have a little bit of a wider gap between your teeth, which is why I found it slightly more difficult to start out on than using a saxophone mouthpiece. If you think you want to start learning a reed instrument, it's a really good option to start on. This is how I started. Another really cool thing about the Xaphoon is that it has a very interesting sound. It has a sound that is a mixture between a saxophone and a clarinet. You can get a very breathy, clarinet-y sound out of the Xaphoon. And you can get that clean saxophone sound out of the Xaphoon. You can also make the Xaphoon growl the same way you would make a saxophone growl. Now the Xaphoon is very similar to a recorder. They both are long and have finger holes, but the recorder sounds very different. Because of the reed, the Xaphoon is able to get that clarinet-y saxophone sound, while the recorder, you can only get that whistly, fluty kind of sound. One of the main differences between a Xaphoon and a clarinet, besides the reed, are the finger holes. It's hard to see, but the finger holes on a recorder are really small and just circles going all the way down. On the Xaphoon, the holes are a little bigger, and if you see, they have cutouts and grooves for your fingers on where they're supposed to go, and they just sit really nicely in those grooves, and it's really easy to pick your fingers up and put them back on, and it just slides right into place. The Xaphoon is basically just one long tube with finger holes, and it's actually really similar to a blowgun. Okay, it's kind of similar to a blowgun. It's not like a blowgun at all. Okay, I got it. Because the Xaphoon is similar to the recorder, a lot of people don't consider it a real instrument. They consider it more of something for children.
You are a toy! You're not a real instrument! You are a child's plaything!
The Xaphoon was invented by Brian Whitman in 1972. That makes the Xaphoon a pretty new and modern instrument.
What is this devil stick?
The Xaphoon is gaining popularity, and it has even been featured in some music scores for movies. It was in the soundtrack of the movie Gran Torino by Clint Eastwood. It was also used in the movie Wonderful World with Matthew Broderick and in the movie 300. Because the Xaphoon has that slightly clarinet-y sound, it actually sounds really good when you pair it with a saxophone. You can play the two together in some space bar on Tatooine. Now, just like other reed instruments, you're going to want to replace the reed on your Xaphoon every once in a while. The Xaphoon uses tenor-size reeds. It is very easy to change your reed. All you want to do is unscrew the screws from your ligature, pull out the old reed, and just slip in the new reed, and you want to line it up so that the top of the reed almost reaches the top of the mouthpiece, but there's that thin black line in between. And then you keep it straight and tighten your ligature, and you're done. That's how you change the reed. Now, before you play any reed instrument, including the Xaphoon, you want to soak your reed a little bit before you play. It gets it a warmer sound and has a less chance of cracking the reed when you're playing. To protect your reed, just put the cap that the Xaphoon comes with back on, and you can travel with it. It's very small. It's very fun to travel with. Just throw it in a backpack. It fits pretty much anywhere. The Xaphoon is only about a foot long, so it really does fit anywhere. The Xaphoon is a great instrument. I think everyone who wants to learn to play a reed instrument should buy one. If you already play a reed instrument and you're a professional, I would still recommend buying one for when you're just traveling and you don't want to take a big saxophone with you, and just play it all the time. It's a great instrument, and I really do think everyone should have it. Thanks again, guys, for watching. I'm going to play you guys out now. If you liked the video, please hit like. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. I'm sure you will love it. I'm going to be reviewing a lot more stuff in the future, so come on back and watch some of my other videos. And thanks again for watching.